Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to Rock and Roll True Stories. And I wanted to go over some news that caught my eye this week. So Phil Anselmo sat down with Loudwire and talked a bit about some of his regrets with Pantera. So he's right now performing with Phil H. Anselmo and the Illegals, the latter which of half has grew into a pretty crucial fixture for his solo efforts. But on occasion, there's been a Pantera song that's found its way into the set list. But after Vinnie Paul's passing in 2018, things kind of changed. So the Illegals lineup began to transition between their own songs and Pantera classics, and a lot of fans were really excited about this. But it also brought up the question, why is Phil now performing these songs compared to the past when he wasn't? And he had the following to say. He said, after Vince passed away, people were really wanting to hear more Pantera. And I could have done more Pantera songs in the past, but it didn't feel right. Then my inbox was full of requests, man. It felt like, whoa, this influx of people I respect asking me to pay tribute to the Abbott brothers. Just before we kicked off the mental illness tour, it sunk in that this is the important thing to do. And shortly thereafter, a growing YouTube catalog of the band playing Pantera tracks spread like wildfire. And I got to give huge credit to the Illegals for learning these songs as well as they did. And most of the practice for those songs is done in a live capacity, and the Pantera sets is a mind F and a joyful at the same time. You got to be in a different headspace. And he would go on to say about some of the stuff he regrets from his past time in Pantera. I reflect back when we were berserk on stage and drunk, and how many injuries I could have avoided had I been more in control of myself. I wish I'd trained like an elite athlete instead of an elite partier. Had I never injured myself, I would have never ended up as a drug addict. I wasn't meant to be that guy. Also, I'd say look at the good fortune of being surrounded by so many talented players, he adds. I wish I would have taken it a lot more seriously and done it right. And in a separate interview that he gave, he also revealed that his other band, Down, has been offered some reunion shows, or at least some money to do some reunion shows to celebrate the 25th anniversary of their NOLA album. He said, we do have the 20th anniversary of NOLA coming up, and I know that we've been offered some shows, he told Metal Nexus, when he was at the Louder Than Life Festival in Louisville, Kentucky. And he said, and that's all I know. He said, Pepper's still on tour with Corrosion of Conformity, and Crowbar's always on tour, and I Hate God, they're on tour for a long time, so people ask me about it all the time. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the band. The last time they played live was in August of 2016 at the Psycho Las Vegas Festival. But some of the other members have indicated the band is far from over, so I'm sure we'll be seeing them pop up in the near future. Turning now to some other rock news, and this is really some good news for fans who are worried about the state of rock and roll, because it came out this week that Iron Maiden and Aerosmith are among the best-selling tours for the fall of 2019. So that's according to Billboard in the Hot Tours chart of the week ending October 19th. And taking the number one position is Iron Maiden, who had a total gross of almost $13 million. Aerosmith nabs runner-up with $6.5 million in total grosses for the week. And speaking of Iron Maiden, I've gotten a lot of requests to do some true stories about them. I haven't done any to date, which is kind of surprising, but I did shoot one yesterday that will be coming in the coming weeks. And you guys will probably hopefully enjoy it. And then I'll be doing more Iron Maiden just because they're such a legendary band, and they've probably got so many great stories to cover. But we're definitely going to be kicking off things with Iron Maiden probably next weekend, so make sure you guys tune in for that. So that does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know which stories you'd like to see me cover in the future in the comment section below. And tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for another Rock and Roll True Story. Take care.